This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
No music, no intro. It's your boy Wolf. Hashtag Saints Twitter podcast. Panthers versus Saints Week 2 recap. This is just a public service announcement. Adam is traveling to Europe. So he was in the airport. We did record this episode right after the Saints game. But some of the early audio in the episode sounded a little funny, so I'm just putting this intro into this episode, and right after this we pick up talking about the Saints game. So you're going to get our hot takes coming straight off the dome right after the game was finished. But I just wanted to let y'all know that there is going to be some background noise on audio on Adam's end because he's in the airport. So there's just nothing we can do about that, but should be fine. So y'all enjoy the episode. Thanks. What an epic disaster. Epic disaster. We talked about it going into this game. Like this was a heat check for the Saints, man. Like it was a team you should beat.
I said it.
Must win. A team you should beat. You know, and man, they just look bad. They look like a bad team, specifically on offense. The defense played well through most of the game, but you know, what we've seen so far this season, man, the offense is not good. It's a bottom five offense in the league.
Bottom five offense, bad coaching, undisciplined.
Oh.
Jameis is playing when he shouldn't be playing. They won't sit him down. Andy Dalton should be in. They won't put Andy Dalton in. When Jameis is playing, he is missing like wide open reads. He had an AK fumble that led to 7 points today.
Yeah.
Pete Carmichael want to go back. Pete Carmichael want to be on vacation like I'm about to be, bro.
Pete like, man, I do not want to do this, bro.
Here's the thing I think that's frustrating, and I apologize because I will be muting my audio when announcements are being made. So if I cut out, that's why. But the thing that upsets me is that we talked about this. We talked about this in the offseason during the coaching surge. We talked about how that it was like a chance to have new blood, a new person. I was camping for Doug Peterson. You wanted Doug Peterson. But it's this whole, like, let's just run this shit back because Sean Payton built this great foundation and this structure. And, you know, we just got to add, like, just work on what's been built. It's not working. It is absolutely fundamentally not working. And here's what Saints fans have to realize, and I've been tweeting about this a little bit. Gail Benson is not firing DA after one season.
No,
not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
And he'll get 2 years probably at the most. And, like, it's just, I guess the question, and this team looks like a team that would be peaking top 10, maybe top 5 in the draft, and they don't even have their first round pick, Ryan.
That's, bro, like, that's where things get really, really shaky. Like, if this team, you know, wins only, say, 6 games this season, and you don't have a first round pick, which is, you know, I mean, just judging from what we've seen so far, looks like a realistic scenario. That's epically bad. Like, that's bad from the top down. And not just DA, but like Mickey Loomis, Jeff Ireland, Gail Benson, everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's egg on your face as an organization.
Not only to not have that pick when you could be drafting your quarterback on the future, even though like I have my concerns about this upcoming quarterback class, you had an opportunity in this past draft to get the guy at 19. You could have had a Kenny Pickett. You could have had Malik Willis in the second round, and they just they bypassed them because we talked about bad self scouting. They self scouted the team. They thought that the team was strong enough to succeed with Jameis at the helm, and it is not. I don't know what you think, but it is not. The offensive line is still bad. They're awful at changing cover or changing protections. Jameis is not changing protections when the blitz is coming.
It's like whose responsibility is it? One player is an overload blitz, like obvious blitz. Like Carolina had like 3 players to one side, like the strong side of the field. I mean, the weak side of the field, obviously ready to blitz. And they just ran free. It's like, do we have a rookie quarterback? It's like that's something you expect to see like week 1 with a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like Jameis has played, multiple seasons in the NFL. He knows how to identify blitz. Our offensive line know how to identify the blitz. It's like, what's the problem here? Why isn't he changing the play here? Why isn't protection being slid over? I can't answer the question. Like those are like coaching questions that I would love to ask if I had media credentials. But it's like, what is going on, man? It's so frustrating. We see week in, week out where the offense can't get in the rhythm. All of a sudden, sometime in the fourth quarter when they're down, 15 plus points, they find a rhythm and go in the hurry up. That don't matter to me. Like to me, You should be able to field a functional offense with the weapons this team has. That's the most frustrating thing. The weapons are performing. Chris Olave is the real deal. Boy put up 150 today. He's the real deal. Mike Thomas has been looking great until he went out with an injury. Jarvis Landry, he was looking great until he went out with an injury today. Fucking Traquan Smith was balling out, put up 100 on your boy today. Traquan Smith put up 100.
Traquan Smith put up 100, bro.
It's like your weapons are there, so there aren't any excuses why this ship offensively isn't running right. We'll get to the defense, but offensively, man, that is probably easily the biggest disappointment so far this season.
How was this offense worse than last season when they didn't have the weapons, bro? That is confounding.
It's confounding, bro. It just goes to show you there's just so much more that goes into running offense other than calling plays and personnel packages and play designs and all that stuff, man. It's a philosophy. It's details, sticking to details. It's so many things that have that just goes into playing good football, bro. And right now the Saints offense just don't have it.
Block field goals. Will Love missing field goals. Like everything that can go bad for this team is going bad for this team, and yet
self-imposed penalties.
Oh, when the penalties is just a direct reflection of the head coach, bro. And
right.
if you want this team is the best example I've ever seen, maybe in all of sports, Ryan. As much sports I've watched my entire life, this team is the best example of coaching matters.
Yeah, no question about it. No question about it.
Sean Payton took, and we've shot on Sean numerous times on this podcast, but Sean Payton took a team last season with less talent, like just doo-doo in terms of offensively, and that team was willed to 9 wins, 9 and 8,
right?
9 wins was a Rams win away from the playoffs.
COVID, with COVID-19 wrecking hurricane and all that, but it just shows you, the things that you really can't find in an interview.
Talk about
how someone handles a crisis. What I always talked about is, Sean Payton's greatest attribute was how he handles a crisis. And look, DA about to find out because he got a nice little crisis to start the season. Can he correct the ship? Does he have that? Does he carry that stick where he could get players going, man? Like these are veteran players, bro. It's not like this is a big young squad, man. I know, I agree. I don't think he does either, but it's up to him to show and prove, bro. And it's offensively, another question I had going into the season is like, would Pete Carmichael carry that big stick? Because
it was. Remember our five burning questions, bro. It was one of them.
Yeah, and it was like because DA, he's just going to defer offense to Pete. He's like, Pete, this your house, you run it. And every interview I listen to Pete, it seems like Pete is really taking the coordinator role like to heart. Like he's letting the offensive, assistant coaches put all their little 2 cents in, which is fine. Like all teams do that. But it seems like he's running a more committee, like offensive committee, than he is coaching the actual offense. Like he has to make sure that the offense understands how to line up. You know what I'm saying? How to make sure that the quarterback and the offensive line has the silent snap count together before they hit the field. I mean, it was twice, because I was moving around today, so I couldn't watch the whole game. But it was twice where, the ball got snapped before Jameis Winston was ready. And, that goes back to the quarterback being limited all week, even though he's healthy enough to play the game, which is just a whole nother thing it's been eating me up all week.
Not only that, let's add on to the fact that he didn't come out for his usual pregame workout, bro. You gonna put a quarterback and have him start in the NFL against 11 starting defenders in the NFL when he can't even come out and do his normal regular routine pregame warm up? Come on, man.
And he was annihilated all game, getting hammered.
Negligent, man. It is negligence at its finest. I don't want to absolve Jameis for his poor play just because of the injury, because he's also played like shit. Let's call it what it is. But
did you see God's playing too at the end of the game? I think he was throwing it directly to Horn, man, and Marquez Callaway snatched that sucker out there for a touchdown. Bro. I'm like, what the hell?
God's plan, bro. God's plan. It just feels, and I know Saints fans are feeling depressed. And listen, there ain't nothing that we gonna say that make you feel better, because this is bad, bro. This is bad. This is bad. This is as of right now, just of how they're playing. They're a top 10 picking in the draft team, and they won't have a first round pick to pick with, bro, like that. And not only that, you know who it's going to? It's going to an Eagles team who looks like the best team in the NFC right now, bro.
That's just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And that's not even, that's not me complaining about, the trade last year, moving up to get Chris Olave and all that stuff. But it goes to show you the mentality the team was operating from last year when they made that trade.
They were all in, bro.
All in, everything all good. But even then, we were wondering, like, what is this team trying to do?
I thought you was about to say it.
No. What you thought I was going to say?
What's the vision?
What's the vision? Well, that was the question half the all season. Remember?
It was. So, and we felt like that trade answered the question.
Right. So it just seems like a team that just doesn't know what it wants to do. Doesn't really know who they are. Living under the ghost of Sean Payton, walking the halls of the airline, he gone. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things, they always talk about, like, maintaining the culture Sean Payton built, keeping it going. It's like, well, Sean Payton ain't there. So it's like they need the culture of whoever's going to be running the thing. You're like running it. Like, Sean Payton culture is gone. You know what I'm saying? He needs DA culture, whatever that is. But it doesn't seem like DA has a culture, because he's coming in with he's coming in trying to bite over Sean Payton's culture. So it's like too much damn culture talk.
Say it again, bro. You said it perfectly, man. Like, what is DA's culture? Does he have one? Is there a culture? Because I haven't seen it.
At all.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
This is right. It's just to show people this is what's happening as I'm in the airport right now. Can we just switch over to the defense for a quick second? I want to talk about. Can I talk about the decisions made defensively in the secondary with Loomis and Da? So you don't bring back Marcus Williams, who's probably gonna have an All-Pro season this year, bro. Just might be an All-Pro for the week. Don't bring him back over $2 million. You went out, you go get Marcus May. He has legal issues. Prior to being signed, after being signed, he didn't play today. He was hurt. Honey Badger, I feel like an underrated story because everything else has just been bad. Honey Badger looked awful the first 2 games of the season.
I mean, as far as like his tackling and stuff like that, it's been bad.
Yes,
it's bad, bro. And as a safety, it's kind of your job, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you the last line of defense. Like is this going to be wild?
And then I keep seeing these tweets from people like, yo, he's going through some stuff personally. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what are you talking about? What is he going through? Like I don't even want to know what he's going through, but it's like, bruh, like you on a pro football team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like what is going on, bro? Like, that's just crazy to me.
It's wild, and it's just the whole depth that they had after the draft in the secondary, or after they signed Tehran, is just completely eroded, bro. It's eroded. Traded CD for peanuts. Paulson Adebo missed the first 2 weeks of the season. Alontae Taylor has a great game, or has a pretty decent game against Tampa Bay last week. He gets hurt. he's on
IR.
Justin, the strength of the team was stripped away by mostly the Saints doing it themselves. Like
exactly,
which is insane. It's absolutely insane.
It's like they were so intoxicated by the depth that they had that they got rid of their depth. It's like, I don't know. It's like, oh, we got so much depth. It's like we got all these bunch of video games for Christmas or something. You just start giving away your video games. Now you ain't got no video games. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all doing?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't. And then my question to you is like, what's next? Like, I am flying overseas. Keep in mind, people, I'm not flying overseas primarily to see the Saints play the Vikings.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
It's part of the trip, but it is not why I am going overseas. Besides week 1, the Vikings have looked very bad in the last 2 weeks, and I don't think it's going to matter one bit.
Not one bit.
Sunday, bro.
Not one bit. Not one bit. We'll get to previewing that game when it happens, but, I think we're going to see a lot of tweets from the media saying, oh, London, this is where Saints usually get right. Ignore that shit. Like, Don't
They
listen.
undefeated. They undefeated in London, bro. And
I,
the way they playing, and me coming to watch the game live. Oh, that's no, no.
I don't want no part of that analysis. This team has a ton of work to do with very little time to do it. They could get embarrassed in London, bro. That's going to be
Oh
embarrassing, and it would not shock me at all if they get embarrassed,
no, not one
especially
bit.
if they keep putting Jameis out there with a broke back.
Oh, you know he playing next Sunday. You know they ain't putting Dalton in, bro. You know it.
Like my dog Rob tweeted, man, Marquez Callaway saved his career with that catch.
He really might have, bro.
Saved his career, bro.
Anything else? We trying to keep this short because it is like super rapid recap. I'm in an airport. We're not trying to do a super long show or super long recap, but anything else that just Pete, Andres Pete, he taking his little siesta, got a concussion, don't know how.
Sabbatical. Yeah, I mean, I guess the one big thing is they had a lot of injuries today.
Yep.
Mike Thomas left, like I said. Jarvis Landry had an ankle. After having a great day, Traquan Smith got hurt. Of course, like we said, Andrews Pete got concussed. So the offense has been mostly healthy, even though it's been struggling. But now they start to get unhealthy. So obviously that won't help in the turnaround that we hopefully have on offense. And defense been banged up too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's hard for me to pull out a glass half full analysis, but the only thing I can say is there's a lot of football left. Things can change. DA gets to see. We get to see if DA has what it takes to, get this team going in the middle of a season. And we just gotta wait and see. I mean, the Saints fans, y'all just gotta hold tight, man. It's like this is the post Breeze Peyton era. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a bumpy road. Everything ain't gonna be smooth. So we just gotta roll with it.
We do. I do want Saints fans to just kind of brace themselves though. Like,
yeah,
it's funny because our dude Steve S. Morton, who's a Titans fan, he like tweeted himself from 3 years ago saying, and y'all have had Drew Brees for the last decade plus. This is how the rest of us in the NFL.
That was one of my favorite tweets, man. Like when he tweeted that, I was looking for that tweet a couple of days ago. Actually,
he put it up today.
Man, because it's true. It's true. Like, welcome to being the rest of the league. We had a great run, but this is how most teams function, man. It's just up and down. It's that middling game where you just don't know what you're going to get from your quarterback. You don't know what you're going to get from your head coach. It sucks, bro. It sucks. But here we are.
It is, and it's also. I feel like I know we hit on Pete Carmichael a little bit, but man, there is no originality with the offense, and there were some things that I noticed just watching the game that was like a tell. Like I could tell when it was going to be a potential like a run play.
Yeah,
and it's like if I could tell that as just a regular Joe like person that watches football at home. Like you would think an NFL defense would typically that tell, and it's just like there's no creativity. Jameis hurt, but also playing bad because he's just missing reads all over.
Miss Jarvis Landry. They finally got Alvin Kamara involved in the pass game today.
I saw that one.
You saw that he had his guy beat. Would have been a touchdown. Just
air melted, bro.
And I know I hate to bring up old shit, but I just pictured Drew Brees just dropping a nice one in there, bro. I was like, damn.
Remember,
bro,
like the throw against the Vikings in the playoff game, or the throw against the Eagles, bro. Like
exactly, bro. I was just like, damn, man. So, but look, he's not Drew Brees. We know that, but man, we just needed him to hit those, and it's gonna be a ride, brother.
It is. It is. I do want Saints fans to just brace yourselves. Might be a long season, but keep it. Like I think this is why we have created our community and it's doing so well. And the following that we have is we gonna be honest with y'all. We're gonna be honest with
Yeah.
y'all from jump. We ain't gonna bullshit you. We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We ain't gonna try to tell you try to tell you something that's not. Ryan and I had concerns and had numerous conversations this offseason about the head coaching search and the direction of the team and blah blah blah. And the crazy thing is, after the draft and after like Teron and after Jarvis, we was like, all right, like maybe the team is just talented enough that like I'm gonna say like the head coach and like the offense coordinator doesn't matter, but like the cream rises to the top.
Right. Right.
So I had to mute myself as they're announcing a gate change.
You all good, brother?
But our thought process was, oh, there we go. The thought process was the talent would rise to the top and maybe overcome other things, but we're just at the point where it's like we're seeing it, bro. Like talent, be damn. Like you have to have a good head coach. You have to have like perfect example. Like you want me to give you an example? I'm gonna give you an example right now. You know what the Saints are right now? A less talented version of the Bengals.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I mean, that's a perfect analogy, man. Perfect analogy.
The Bengals have their franchise quarterback. They have an all-pro wide receiver, and they started what? Did they win today? I think they won today. So they're 1-2. The Saints are 1-2. The Bengals probably may have won the Super Bowl if they had a better head coach.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Talent can only get you so far.
Right.
Especially in football. And the Saints are not as talented as the Bengals. They don't have their franchise quarterback. They're gonna be looking for a franchise quarterback this offseason. Like I saw it on my tweet, like on my Twitter, like, oh, is it CJ Stroud season? Blah blah. I'm like, with what fucking pick?
What pick? Do we even have a second round pick next year?
Who knows, Ryan? I don't
even know. I don't even know what picks we got, bro. Unbelievable.
And I tweeted how the picture of you when we were in New Orleans watching the Saints lose to the Patriots.
Oh man!
And you became a meme, and I was just like, this loss feels 10 times darker than that.
It does. It really does. It really does, bro. It really does, because that was darkness. That was darkness at that moment. And look, the team turned it around at that time after that. But I just don't see where that's coming from this time. Like, that time you had your draft picks, you had Alvin Kamara and Lattimore and all that stuff turn around. I don't see who's coming in with the cape this time. Like, who? Like, who's coming to save the season?
Is it? If he was a play, it might be a handsome redhead on the sideline, bro.
Ooh. Hey.
Could you imagine? And I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna do it because they just have a version to play him. But could you just imagine if just Andy Dalton just come in, bro, and he just start just playing like gangbusters, bro?
I can imagine. This is what I predicted. Damn it!
And the thing is, like the throws that Jameis are missing right now, like the underneath, like the open, the middle of the field, bro. Jameis is allergic to the middle of the field, bro. He don't want nothing to do with the middle.
Don't want it, bro.
Like Jon Snow, I don't want it. But we didn't even talk about how like the pass rush has still been an issue, not existent.
And another thing I forgot to mention is like the Panthers' offense was trash today. It wasn't like Baker is ass. Like Baker looks worse than he did last year with the Browns, bro. Like he looked terrible.
And they still won, bro. Think about it. They won convincingly too. Wasn't even a contest.
Wasn't even a contest, man. That's sad, man.
At least the bright spot, I guess, is that they sat down Deontay Hardy, but then they put Dwayne Washington's slow ass back there, bro.
And he fumbled, even though it wasn't a recovered fumble, but he fumbled. Oh my god.
I don't know. um, we just wanted to get this out while the streets is hot, so y'all can listen to something, be fumed off, but also just don't take this shit seriously, man. This games like this, or maybe this season, I think is going to be like okay, I'm so glad I emotionally disconnected myself. Like this is the one, bro. Because if we were not emotionally disconnected after that no call, bro, this season our podcast we would just be screaming loud and just angry every episode, bro.
Be crying on this motherfucker.
But now, shit, man. But one second, they're doing a gate now to change, and we're gonna close this episode out.
In the meantime, while Adam's doing that, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Hey, yo, Adam.
What's up?
Man, there's this one guy I've been wanting the Saints to pick up. It's this dude out in Lafayette.
What?
Named Luke. Yeah, man, this dude named Luke Butler runs with Hargrove Roofing. The dude is like 6'4", 285 pounds.
What?
Yeah, man, like he could beat out Ruiz, bro.
He could be the next AD. Sign him up, play for the Pelicans.
Man, listen. So, look, plus, here's the thing about him. He'll take care of any of your roofing needs that we have down in South Louisiana.
It's crazy that you bringing him up because I've watched film on him, and I could tell y'all he knows what's going on in the home insurance game. With storm season approaching, give Luke with Hargrove Roofing a call at 985-590-7601. Again, 985-590-7601. He's going to take care of y'all.
You're a beast.
What's up, Ryan?
Yo.
I'm just going to say this. I don't want you to get offended. I'm a big dude. You a big dude.
Damn.
And I know sometimes weight loss has been an issue that we both dealt with our entire lives. But I want to tell you about something that I came across about this great new company called Vertimax.
Okay.
Did you know that Vertimax is the leading sports performance and fitness equipment company that's used by half of D1 programs and half of the NFL and NBA teams? We have an NFL podcast. It's used by professional leagues as well as other teams all around the world. There's the Vertimax platform and there's a Vertimax Raptor used to help athletes improve their performance on the field for almost 3 decades. That's almost as old as you. I know we pick on him, but did you know that we pick on him in terms of his workouts? But Jameis Winston actually has trained on a Vertimax Raptor, and the King of New Orleans himself, Drew Brees, has trained on a Vertimax platform, along with other top NFL and college football pro athletes. I was just scrolling on TikTok. I saw Amari Cooper using a Vertimax machine.
Wow.
We know we have a lot of listeners that have kids. They're in sports, they're in soccer, baseball, football, track and field, you name it. If you're a parent and you want to help your child improve in terms of their sports performance, or maybe you just feel like you just want to get your body right for the summer and get fit, you need to check out Vertimax. So all you have to do is go to Vertimax.com or follow them on social media at Vertimax. That's VERTI Max. Again, that's at VERTI Max. Vertimax.com. Look into getting yourself a Vertimax platform, a Vertimax Raptor, and tell me you won't see the improvement.
I think we hit on it all. Thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for listening to our sponsors. I think we hit on all in just a very short amount of time. Also, I know I've said it, but like, is it time to maybe look at a new kicker? I'm just saying.
I don't think nobody out there saving the day, but bro, like that's just another thing on the list. Like somebody you thought would come in and be like a solidifying force, and he just hadn't been really,
Yeah, he hasn't been. But like you said, man, Chris Olave is the truth. Um, we'll see, man. I do want to mention a couple of things just real quick. Eagles look like the real deal. I was wrong on Jalen Hurts. But I think they're a perfect example of like when even if you may not have the quote unquote guy or the franchise quarterback, they're an example of what surrounding your quarterback with immense talent does for that quarterback. And I think that the Saints thought that they could do the same thing with Jameis, and whether it's the injury or whether it's him just being Jameis, it's not working out. It's not working out.
Yeah, but because I wanted to add with Jalen Hurts, they also married their philosophy with him.
With his offense, what he did well in college, with his playing style.
Exactly. Whereas Jameis, I mean, it just always felt like the Saints' offense was an antithesis to what Jameis does. it just never really made sense to me, but I just thought they could kind of figure it out.
What else do I want to hit up? Tua, look, I know we both talked a lot of shit about Tua over the years, but it looks like he's finally breaking out. Happy for him, for him to be doing that. And then I know it's not going to be an issue this offseason because I know the Ravens are just going to franchise tag him. But if Lamar continues how he's doing this season into next season, and he's playing on that franchise tag next season without a long-term deal, bruh.
Oh man,
I don't know what the price will be because he looks on a different plane right now, bro.
Oh yeah,
he's looking different plane. Man, I think we hit it all, bro. I think we anything. I mean, I don't know how much you got to see around the league. Anything?
Not much.
Okay, so I think we hit it all. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. We will be back this upcoming week with the Vikings preview show at some point. Don't know when we can record that with the time difference, but we are going to figure it out. Although at this point, bro, I don't even know what we previewing, bro. I don't even know what we previewing, Ryan. Might just be a waste of air. But
I just want to hear about your trip. That's all.
You know what, man? We might try to do maybe a pod where I'm at Daniels and Michael, our UK guys are there. We just do a live ass episode, man. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
But thank y'all for supporting us. Like I think these are the games that like I'm glad what we're here the most for people and for listeners just kind of have like that therapy of just like I just gotta listen. I just got let me just listen so I can just get through this and just it's bad, y'all. It's bad, and it looks like there's no answers, but you never know. But we shall see. We're here for y'all throughout the entire season. I also wanted to give a shout out to our community for still being able to do what we do in our Discord without both Ryan and ourselves being there. That's the definition of community and building a place. So shout out for Joey for stepping up. Shout out to everyone who was able to still be in the Discord and got to enjoy the game. Appreciate, there wasn't much to enjoy. At least you had access to potentially enjoy the game. So thank y'all completely so much. We'll be back next week for the Vikings preview. I am about to get on a flight and head over to Paris. I'm going to sleep on this flight so I don't get jet lagged. With that, we're out.
Peace.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.